Hello there. So today I was working on my corporate taxes. Actually, I finished my corporate taxes and my HST return. And so I owed a few $1,000s in HST and taxes and that kind of thing. And I have it. I have it socked away. I don't know. So where does socked away come from? Do people literally put things in their sock drawer and then call it socked away? Probably not relevant. So I had it socked away, and so I decided I would just pay out the HST and the sales or the income tax that I owed, even though they're not due for months. And it was such a conflict for me when I'm faced with decisions like this, where my tax owing, it's mostly income tax. I feel like this about income tax and sales tax, really when I owe the government. And so it's not due for a little while. Like my HST was due December 31st, and my income tax wasn't due until March 31st. And it's thousands of dollars, so it's not just a little bit. But I have a really hard time not paying it. So cash flow, if I was to advise a client and I was to say, if we're trying to maximize your cash flow, which is really a good idea for all businesses, you want to collect your accounts receivable as early as possible, and you want to pay out accounts payable as late as possible. Basically, you want to collect and hold on to cash as long as you can without incurring any interest or penalties or anything. So pay your bills, just pay them on the last day. And so this really flies in the face of me paying my taxes like tomorrow, because they're due in months from now. But I have such a hard time holding on to this cash that's not mine. So like every time I look at my bank statement or my bank account, I'm doing my bookkeeping, whatever, and I can see these like thousands of dollars sitting here, and I'm like, I just can't use it because it's not mine. Like, that's money I've collected on behalf of the government. So, because most of it is sales tax, that's money I've collected. So I have a really hard time spending it on things that aren't that. That's not to say that I haven't, because I definitely have. As throughout the year, I've definitely not always had my HST sitting in my bank account, which is also not maybe the best practice, but I needed it at that moment. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use it for the thing that I need, because my HST isn't due for a little while. But now that I filed it and it's like set in stone, well, in stone, I could adjust it, but it's set now that I owe this money to the government, I had a really hard time holding on to it. So I decided that my stress level of holding on to this cash was not worth holding on to it. So I decided I'm just going to pay it tomorrow. I'm just going to get rid of it. Then I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's just paid. And then, if I need it in the future, well, I'll figure it out. Because it's probably not great to be using my HST money for other things. But yeah. This is the kind of thing that, I was going to say it's like the cobbler's kids, but that's not really the thing. Because in the story of the shoe cobbler, he didn't have any shoes, right? I don't know. I probably should have researched that story if I was going to use it. Anyway, it's one of those things where, I know what cash flow management best practice is, and I choose that cash best practice most of the time. But there are times when I just can't, my stress level involved is not worth it to me. So today I set it up to pay out of my bank account for tomorrow. It takes a day to process, and I just feel way better. My taxes are done, they're filed, everything's being paid tomorrow, and then I'm just left with my own money. That's what I have, and I'm going to deal with whatever comes with the resources that I have. And I just feel way better about that, personally. Are there things in your business where you advise clients of one thing, but then you do another thing in your life? And maybe it is because of your stress level, or maybe it's because you know what you're doing. And so generally when you advise clients, it's for somebody who isn't an expert in your field or something like that. Do you have that in your business where you're advising people Do as I say, not as I do. I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. If you're having trouble managing your cash, then give me a call. Book a call, I guess. There's a link in the description for a free 30 minutes with me, so you can book a call time that works for you, and let's chat. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you tomorrow.